Morning Tarot Tarot, and today I'll be doing a love reading for water signs for the month ahead. So, with that being said, I will mention the decks I've used. I will also mention when it's time for you to utilize your own intuition, and with that being said, let's get into the cards. Okay? So, for the first deck I used is a deck I wrote myself. I named it the Action Oracle. And the first thing that it suggests that you do this month in regards to love is that you ground yourself. To make sure that what you're doing is really in alignment with what you want to create. Then you have confide. Confide in your higher self. Confide in your angels, your guides, your ancestors, what have you, or your friends, as you choose. Though it is suggested that before you confide, you utilize your intuition, or follow your intuition so that you don't make a bigger ass of yourself. And to make sure that you have attracted what it is you want into your reality, it is suggested that you visualize this often enough, it will manifest in multiple ways, right? Might not be the way that you thought it would manifest in, but it will definitely manifest. And so in order to be sure that you're manifesting what you want, you need to recraft and repurpose something if needed. So be open to that possibility. Now, from the Gilded Tarot or the Easy Tarot, I pulled clarifying cards. The cards that came out were the Six of Cups, which talks of children or childhood, things that remind you of your childhood, things that were fun and playful and that you really, really enjoyed. One will allow you to become the Queen of Pentacles, who is someone who is very loving, who's very nurturing, who's very helpful, and those types of things. Who takes care of the people around her, who's very motherly, if you say. In order for you to be all those things, I feel like at some point you are going to need to have to take the stance of the Hanged Man, to look at things differently, to see how best you can serve the people around you, and how best to bring things into manifestation for them or for yourself, you know. And once you get to that point, once you've learned what you need to learn from the different perspectives that is brought to you by the Hanged Man, you are definitely going to be able to tap into the Seven of Cups energy. Now, the Seven of Cups talks of being spoiled for choice. You have all these options, you don't know what to pick from, and so that is what I'm getting from that. Now, so for the first and second possibility, I use the After Tarot, the one in the far side of the picture, right? And the first set is pretty long, so let's get into it. So you'll have all this choice, and that's when you'll be like, I should think about this, I should ponder, I should really become or be a mentor to better know what I should be doing, right? And then I should really contemplate what it is that I'm about to embark upon with the Queen of Cups. So the first card was the Hermit card, the second was the Queen of Cups. Then I want to make sure that whatever I choose will be fair-minded for everybody. And for that, you have the Justice card, which is Libra energy. Which will heal your wounded heart in the long run, which is the Three of Swords. Though after you do heal your heart, you are now more picky about what you allow into your reality with the Four of Cups. And so what you are looking to attract is the King of Pentacles. With the King of Pentacles, though I think you notice that something in the way you do stuff is going to have to change with the Tower card. And so that's when you start sharing your wealth, not just material wealth, but your, like, what you know, what you feel, what you think, and all those things, your ideas and such. And that will allow you to get closer to becoming the magician of your life, which is someone who has complete control over all of his suits, meaning your emotions, your thoughts, your material abundance, and your emotions, your thoughts, your material abundance, and your actions. I always forget the action bit. And so that will allow you to really diligently work on something that is more long term. And once this ends, you'll be very appreciative and very You'll be really proud of the work that you've done. And once you've done the work, so you will probably go within, see what your next step is going to be with the Four of Swords. Then you'll kind of indulge in celebrating your accomplishments with the Nine of Cups. Once that happens and you start noticing that you've gone a little overboard, you'll be like, okay, I need to be on point now. I need to check myself to not wreck myself. And that is when you will begin to start embodying the Queen of Wands, who is more of a businesswoman type. She's very she knows where she's going and she knows what she's going to do that. And so that's what you know, that you have to lay something to rest. A way of thinking, a way of acting. Something has to go bye-bye. Right? And having that go bye-bye, okay, will allow you to tap into the Nine of Pentacles, which is wish fulfillment, the singles card. At least you will be well-to-do by yourself. You won't need anybody to make you feel complete, which is what you actually want. It's better to be complete by yourself and then attract someone who is complete by themselves and form a relationship with them, rather than find someone who is half a person so that you can make one person. You know, it's better to have two halves, two full people make an entire person, rather than two halves of a person making like a makeshift person, if you understand what I mean. So that's what the Nine of Pentacles is for. And so once you get to that point, you will then be able to create what you want with the Empress card. So it is the beginning of all manifestation, being able to create what it is you want through feeling, through thinking, through all of those stuff, right? Because the Empress can manifest what she wants when she wants it, and how fast she wants it, right? She's good. And once you get to that point, you will have completed a cycle. You will have elevated to the next stage of your life, to the next stage of your manifestation journey, is what I'm getting. Next, you have the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is more of an intuitive person. She embodies more of the water element, so she knows, she knows intuitively what to do next to manifest what she wants. And that thing next is to be more mindful of her resources, or at least material resources, so that you can be more creative in that aspect. Now, that's the first set. The second set, alright, is comprised of the Queen of Swords, who is someone who is very gentle, but who can cut anyone who is extra from her reality. Whenever she has a project she is working on, she is ready to slay whatever is, to chop off the unnecessary fluff so that you can get down to brass tacks and do what needs to be done to manifest what she wants to manifest. And that includes leaving people behind that are not really working to help her, to help her, who are actually trying to stab her in the back. But she does this by being a fair-minded and a loving, you know, queen. At least it doesn't seem like it at first because she has a sword and she's ready to cut, but I mean, that's at the basis of it, that's what she is. Then you have the Three of Wands, which talks of long distance messaging. So basically, this Queen of Swords has a project that is more global, if that makes sense, or global, and that requires long distance messaging in order to accomplish. Though there might be moments where she's stuck between a rock and a hard place, between her thoughts, between two thoughts, deciding what it is that she actually wants to do in order to reach her Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. And so she will possibly for a little while be very quick to cut and very impulsive in cutting, which will not have a good effect, and so she will go in hangman mode to figure out what was the undoing of her plan. I'm getting, so that she can unite with the King of Swords. We have a partnership here, so that she can unite with her counterpart, the King of Swords, and actually master her thoughts with the Ace of Swords. Then she will be able to embody the Queen of Pentacles type energy, which is more loving, more, I think I mentioned that, didn't I? Yeah, you had the Queen of Pentacles in the clarifying cards at the beginning. So more loving, yes, she takes care of the things that she has. See, she's holding a pentacle that she is admiring, and I feel like she has polished that thing to excess. Right, so maybe just be mindful of being overly zealous and overly, not zealous, but overly protective, overly, overly doting is the word that's coming to mind. And so, instead of just forcing the way you are on people, why don't you just give them a love message? Be like, listen, I do this because this is how I show my love, and this is my love language. Alright? So that in the end, you will form a connection, a meaningful connection with the Two of Cups. Right? Which also talks of, it's a decision, you're making a decision to stick with this person because not only have they proven that they will think of your best interest, but they also won't be as smothering type energy as previous relationships have been. Okay? And now for the Romance Angels card that I pulled. I pulled very soon. Okay, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, as well as express your love, okay, so that you can go ahead and make a romantic gesture, right, when it actually comes in, so that it ends with a wedding, which says this situation involves marriage because you know what you want, and this marriage involves passion, which talks of allow your heart and joy and soul to sing with joy. And as I was reading this, what came to my mind was, if you guys have Netflix, Bridgerton. Oh my goodness, that is what the first season was hella passionate, man. I mean, come on. Duke of Hastings, sizzling hot, man. Sizzling. I'm gonna put that down because that is just, woo. That's just, oh my goodness. That is what you're attracting, my water signs. I am all for it. I cannot wait for the second season. Well, I can, because I have no choice but to wait. Then you have engagement, so I guess engagement comes before marriage, but, right? Well, wedding, right? So before the wedding, actually, a wedding will take place because there's a lot of passion in between you guys. So before that, engagement is happening. You have your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Yes, that is amazing. Then it says trust. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. It might take time. Remember exactly, if you've seen Bridgerton, okay, in Bridgerton at some point, was it Daphne? Yeah, Daphne and the Duke of Hastings, Simon, had a little spat, but then it ended well, so if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. Sorry, I kind of ruined that. But you don't know all the details. Oh, you have to watch. Well, if you're interested in that type of thing, I suggest you do watch it. But if you're not, then it's fine. So, and by golly, trust that things will work out in the end because there are family issues that need to be healed, exactly what happened in Bridgerton. So, while these family issues are being healed, you should give this relationship a chance. It says, work on your partnership because they need your support right now. They're working through something big. And in order to work through it together, it is suggested that you retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world to really connect more with each other, right? Then you have stay optimistic about your love life because the moment this healing, this working through difficulties, all right, will take a little bit of time. So stay optimistic about your love life because things will look chipper at the end. See, at the very end, it says, this could be the one. It says, you've already met this romantic partner, the romantic partner you seek. So, as in, it's going to happen, my lovely water signs. It definitely is. Now, the cards from the getting into the vortex, which talks about relationships. Which talks about relationships. Okay, these cards. Oh, I did not notice that. This card has thought a bit of itself. In any case, so the first card says, my relationships are supposed to feel good. And in the back, it says, your life is supposed to feel good to you. Before your birth, you knew that the primary component of your physical experience that would offer the greatest value for your personal and collective expansion and joy would be the relationship that you would experience with each other. It was your plan to relish the diversity of your relationships and to choose from them the details that would make up your creations, and here you are. So everything that happens for a reason is what I'm getting from that card. Ooh, I'm gonna write that down. Hashtag. Everything that happens happens for a reason. For a reason. Now the next card is, I can always enter my vibrational vortex of creation. In the back it says, the key to getting inside your vibrational vortex of creation, of experiencing the absolute abundance of of experiencing the absolute absence of resistance, of achieving complete alignment with all that you have become and all that you desire, and of bringing to your physical experience everything that you desire, is being in the state of appreciation. And there are no more important objects of attention to you to which you must flow your attention to, that of self. So you should be more appreciative. Not that you should be more appreciative, you should be more acknowledging of the things that you are appreciative of, is what I'm getting. Next, I have complete control over my own thoughts. See, it says, you can find yourself in an endless loop where you explain that you feel negative because of the negative behaviors of someone else, but if instead you take control of your own emotions and you think an improved thought because it feels better to you, so you can turn it around. You have no real control of what anyone else is doing with their vibration or with their actions for that matter. But you have complete control over your own thoughts, vibrations, emotions, and point of attraction. So keep that in mind. No controlling others except yourself. Well, you're not others, so just control yourself. That's all you have to worry about or think about. So the next card is, by default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. So it says, many of the relationships or experiences you have attracted, you would not have deliberately attracted if you had been doing it on purpose. But much of your attraction is not done by deliberate intent, but rather by default. It is important to understand that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And chronic thoughts about unwanted things invite or ask for matching experiences. The law of attraction makes it so. So be mindful of what you're thinking about, my lovely water signs. Yes. And that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow water signs, I have 4 placements of water in my chart. With that being said, I wish you guys all a very good month, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!